Here we are, 2-week update for my large section of garden, my largest section of garden. Here are the potatoes that I planted myself. They're doing fairly well. The grasshoppers have been enjoying them immensely. We have quite a lot of wind here, always have wind here in the panhandle of Nebraska. Right here in this section, we seem to have a little bit of a corridor here that blows right through this section. So my potatoes, if you can't tell, they're all kind of leaning slightly. The wind can play some havoc on them regarding that. Did a really good watering yesterday, but they're standing up straighter because of that, I guess. Flowering up. Still doing really well. The wind has snapped and broken some of them. I don't know, that one might be dying altogether, but the other branches seem to be doing fine. Grasshoppers just about ate that entire plant. Other than that, they're doing pretty good. I should still get a very large yield, not to mention the potatoes that are my volunteer over there at the other section. So I hope to have a lot of potatoes this year. Very excited. Over here is my atomic tomato. I forgot to show this on my last video. Finally, the trellis that we built in that video is here, the second one. Started tying them off so that they could start growing up. Here are the peppers. They have grown a lot in 2 weeks. I'm going to show you a few of them. Here, Anaheims. I have already picked 2, but I have a couple more coming in here and here. Doing very well. Can't wait to smell them being roasted. Yum. Over here, my serrano. It was looking pretty stunted last time. It's growing back. I don't know how much we'll get off of it though, but hopefully a couple. Love serranos. My Scotch bonnets. I am actually getting peppers already. Who says we can't have hot peppers in the panhandle of Nebraska? Another large one here. Let's see. Sorry. There we go. And then a couple more coming in right here. See the other small ones. Chocolate ghosts are doing pretty good. That's one that I had to replant. This one's doing even better. Branching out very nicely. Hopefully we'll start seeing some peppers on there. All of my hot peppers. If you'd like to know what all of them are, I can certainly let you know. A lot of Trinidad scorpions, habaneros, some ghost peppers. The Buena Muerta, a lot of flowers. Can't wait to taste those, see what those taste like. Poblano, yum. This is a brown jalapeno, or at least that's what my marker says. I have another one at the house. That one is not a brown jalapeno. It is got to be a Scotch bonnet or something, but this one is looking a little bit more like a brown jalapeno, so hopefully that's what it is, and I'll be able to see what those taste like. Chinese 5-color, very good. A cayenne long. The husband is keen on the cayennes, or at least he said that last year, so I made sure I got a variety of cayennes. Here's a Carolina Reaper. I have one at the house and then the one that I bought. Doing well so far. We have this one over at the house too. It's called a Puma. Excited to see what those will taste like. More hot peppers, more hot peppers. Gotta love the hot peppers. Now this one right here is also fruiting. It's a lemon drop. Good flavor, nice heat. More cayennes. Since they're so small, it's better to have multiple plants. The onions seem to be doing fairly well. The last wind we had them blown over. The last 2 waterings I gave them have them standing up straighter again. But the wind does its job, as well as picking at them and eating the tops of them. That's what we do. I can't decide if having the onions in the middle is a good idea or not. The peppers don't seem to be hindered by them. The wind falls over, or the wind pushes them on top of them. That's not good. But they don't seem to be stunted because of them either. So I will have to decide what I want to do. Now, I did think about letting it seed and dropping. I do have one that is seeding right there, so I'm not sure. With the permaculture that I'm going to try, I will be ripping up this fabric, I'll see about letting that seed drop right there. Then the onions will continue to grow in that spot, and then doing the permaculture with the layers, putting it over it, and then planting my seeds right into that. So more about that another time. We'll see how that goes. Watermelon. This thing has absolutely exploded. I have not had such good luck with watermelons before. This is my 3rd year. The plant is bigger than I've ever had before. There is 2, but this first one over here, it's the biggest. My smaller one is coming in. But I've only got 1 watermelon last year. The other years I didn't even get any. I have so many little watermelons coming in. Now, these aren't the ones that you see at the grocery store. These are smaller. They're called, I think, a mountain something. I'll have to look that up again. You can get these from rareseeds.com, as well as we have a farm here that sells seeds, and they are Nebraska weathered. Parsley came back awesome. I thought it wouldn't. I thought it might not. My rosemary, lemon basil, lime basil. I have clipped these 3 times and dried those. My zucchini, my 1 zucchini, even though I thought I was having 2. I'll get to that. Zucchini's doing very well. Wind is again wreaking havoc. I've picked 1 zucchini, but I have more coming in. I'm going to let them get a little bit bigger because we want to make Mexican zucchini boats. So, the last video said I wasn't sure if this was a zucchini or a pumpkin, but I was leaning towards a pumpkin. I'm more than positive it's a pumpkin. It's definitely not a zucchini, and this thing has blown up. I had to get a trellis in here so that I could wrap the vines, or make the vines go up and over, because this thing was just going crazy, absolutely crazy. And I have pumpkins coming all over it. Now, earlier there was a nice bee in here, and you could actually see it collecting the pollen. It was awesome. But I have pumpkins coming up all over it, everywhere. Oh, that one didn't do well. That one's not doing well. But I have them everywhere else. They're coming in like crazy. So I'll have a lot of pumpkin pie pumpkins. I don't know how they will do on the trellis. I've never looked up to see if anyone's trellised pumpkins or not. These are sweet pumpkins, so they're not as big as the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. I'm not sure if the stems and the vines will be strong enough to be able to do that on a trellis. I will find out. Cucumbers, they're doing very well. I planted these weeks behind schedule, but they are finally starting to branch out, vine out. So hopefully I'll get some cucumbers here in the very near future. The pumpkins I planted with the sunflowers, they are doing very well. Well, the sunflowers are doing very well, so are the pumpkins. They're not doing bad, but I didn't have a wall built here, and the water isn't staying here. They need to be watered a couple days sooner than the rest of the plants. They have started to wilt before everything else. So the water retention is not good here. It's just sliding off and down. I don't know why I didn't think that would be a problem, but I thought it would be alright. The grass and this stuff is helping here, but they're suffering slightly, but not too badly. As you can see, they are vining out underneath the sunflowers as hoped and planned, just like with the corn. Doing very, very well. Coriander. Look at all that coriander. All those white seeds will become coriander seeds. White flowers, sorry, will become coriander seeds. I have quite a lot already. So once these die off, I will collect them and start harvesting all the seeds. It's going to be lots and lots. Last but not least over here is the pinto beans. They're doing very well. This one's starting to vine out. The package said that they would grow up to 2 feet, so that's why I have them here. I don't know if they'll actually climb up the lattice, but it's there for it to do. And then for these ones that they would drape over this way. Now on this plant, I actually have 2 pods. I don't know how much this will yield. Hopefully at least 1 pound, maybe more. We'll go for more, maybe 3 pounds. We'll see. Maybe you guys can take a guess as to how many pounds you think I'll get out of my little pinto bean pods here. I'm trying to think of how many I planted. I'll have to count them. So this is second week update for my plants, for my garden section in the back. Not too bad.